Greetings, this is Gideon. I'm here today to show you some of the stuff related to Lester of the Lesser Gods, the book written by Eric Powell and Lucky Yates, published by Dark Horse and Albatross Funny Books, that I had the honor and privilege and just a hell of a good time drawing. I have here a couple of issues of the comic and some of the original art. First off, let me show you my steps that I go through to go from reading the script to producing the actual pages for the book. So first I get the script, and the scripts for this book were awesome. Eric Powell has been making comics for decades and really knows how to tell a story. He knows what's going to work. So when I read the script, the first thing that I did was I would generate a whole bunch of these thumbnail sketches, which I would do on index cards. And some of them are super rough, and some of them are a little bit more worked out. Sometimes with my thumbnails, I like to think a little bit about where the lights and darks are going to be to figure out the overall composition and balance of the page. In other instances, the thumbnails stay a lot rougher and are just visual notes for me to follow later on when I go to the next step. For example, here is the thumbnail index card for one of the pages. This is a kind of a battle page, so really hard to figure out what's going on there, right? Like, it's kind of a mess, but it's enough information for me to go on and take this from this stage to this stage. So you can see here is the pencil version of this page. So here we have Lester fighting these nerd goblins, and they're jumping on him and they're climbing all over him, and then down here they're kind of burying him alive, and here the bad guy is looming over him, sitting on his video game console throne. And then here in this next panel we hear a roar from up above, and everybody looks up. So this page is, as far as I go working in traditional media. From here on, to save time, I switched to working digitally. So here, I'll open this up and you will see the finished page right here and how it corresponds with the pencil sketch and the thumbnails right here. So we go from this to this to this. And of course, to go from this to this, I have to scan in this artwork. I have to move things around a little bit because honestly, I'm really not that good. After all these years of doing this, I'm still not very good at leaving enough room for the word balloons. I'll bring that into Photoshop. I'll bring it into my template. Then if I need to do any additional penciling, I'll do that. For example, here in this panel, it's it's the exact same shot right here. We've got the guy on his throne, and then there's the roar, and everybody looks up. So I didn't really need to spend any time redrawing the video game throne that he's sitting on. I knew that I was going to basically cut and paste that, so I just left that blank here. So when I was doing my digital inking, all I really had to do was ink this panel and then cut and paste the throne and the stuff going on in the background there, and then ink the rest of it. So that's the process that I go through to make all of the pages in this wonderfully ridiculous book. Please go out, search for these back issues if you can, but definitely look for the trade paperback, which will put them all together with a bunch of new materials, including the trade paperback will have a cool selection at the back of the book of various pencil pages of mine, as well as some amazing preliminary designs by Eric Powell himself. All right, well, that's all for today.